Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the MGH United Road to Glory. Today is the last episode of Season 2. Yes, it has absolutely flown by, and as you know, we've been dominating the league, although we just got knocked out of the FA Cup by West Ham. Please do go back and watch the last episode if you want to see that. It was pretty incredible. In fact, at the start of this episode, I'm going to show you the stats of our goalkeeper, Holloway. He was man of the match by a mile. And we still lost, and he still conceded 2 goals. But anyway, in this episode, we are going to finish off the season. Of course, we're trying to get first place, get instantly promoted, and just dominate the table. And so far, we've been able to achieve that. But of course, we've still got some time to go. We've still got a lot of games to get through. So let's just push to the end. So I wanted to show you the stats from the performance of Holloway against West Ham. He faced 13 shots, 11 of them were on target, and he saved 9 of them. That's a percentage save success rate of 82%. Absolutely remarkable goalkeeping from the young Englishman. Now, we got an offer coming in here for Oliver, which we're going to go ahead and actually accept because he's not a player I'm looking to keep, especially with a young left-back coming through the youth academy, Jackson. But we've also got an offer here for Ryan Best, and I really was tempted here. It was a very strong offer, but I decided against it because I might need him next season with Ferguson going back to Brighton. You just never know. I don't need the money right now. But Oliver was gone. He was sold to Dundalk, and this is Jackson Hunter that I was just talking about. He replaces him, simply put, right? 15 years old, though, so we cannot call him up into the team just yet. But when I can, hopefully, before the start of next season, I have no idea when he's going to turn 16. But he's going to be an absolute monster of a player down that left side for us. But changing up the team a little bit here for Newport County. Ferguson was needing to start more games. I did get an email from Brighton saying, you know, we're disappointed he's not getting enough game time. So there you go. We're throwing him in. We got a huge win. And here's the table after 29 matches. We were right at the top there, and I think this win really would mean we win the league. I mean, we've got Exeter City. They were one of the top teams going into the season. They did really, really well, unbeaten for ages. I mentioned it in the last episode, but we took over, and we have not looked back. So we go into this game knowing that we're pretty much going to go on to win the title, but this would really put it to bed. So, Exeter City at home at the United Arena. Are we the real deal? Are we going to get promoted? Are we going to absolutely dominate the league and beat every single team at least once? Well, it looks like we probably will. I don't think there's a team that I haven't beaten yet. I'm not sure, actually. But we get off to a flying start here. Thomas gets his goal 15 minutes in. It's going to be a long one for Exeter if we keep playing like that. It was really well played through the middle here. And by the way, this new signing, Gore, I like him. I like him a lot. He's 69 rated, 29 years old. Really good backup to Barrett, who was tired for this one. It just goes to show a free agent in January, what a difference it can make. Had his shirt game pulled there. I just noticed that. Ref! I've got the strictness up on really high. Why aren't you giving me a penalty for a shirt pull there? We could have scored. Well, Gordon's through again right before half-time. Trying to cut inside, which hasn't quite worked out. Exeter were quite lucky to only be losing this game by a little bit. It was a complete domination in the first half. And we got a little bit lucky here with the rebound. And then the ball over the top for Thomas. He's going to take control of it, go on the inside, hit it, which gets deflected onto the bar. It should be 2-0. What is going on in this game? I just don't seem to have any luck at the moment. We will soon change that, though. Brady tries to whip one in on the outside of his right foot, which gets cleared away. Now, a little bit of a defensive mishap here from their defence. We win it back, and look at this from Gore. It's just a bit much. Too much power. But we're bringing on Prosser now. And it's a goal kick for Exeter City. We're 1-0 up. 20 minutes to go. We're coasting, guys. We're going on to win the title. We don't even care now. You could beat me 10-1. Okay, and I would still go on to win the title. I'm pretty certain of it. So, feeling confident. And obviously, we just brought Prosser on as well. A player that doesn't get much game time. Gore is running through their defence. Boulders his way through. And surely, now that we've made it 2-0, it's game over. Just 15 minutes to go. Thomas with another one. He's just too good for this league. He's going to be too good for League One as well. I'm telling you, all right? If and when we get into League One, you will see. He'll dominate that league as well. Here we are going into the final 5 minutes. Ferguson gives it to Tito. It's going to come back out to Tito here. Wins the header, surprisingly. Gets it back again. Prosser with the shot. Oh, what a save that is. Very, very impressive save from Blackman. They're making a change now. Tito's saying, calm down, calm down. Almost 3-0 as a glancing header goes through the box. No one's there on the end of it. Prosser with the flick into Brady. Going for the long shot. It comes straight back. Out here to Prosser. He's trying to get through all of the players in the box. And finally it lands for Brady. And that is a stunning effort from the 32-year-old, the veteran. What a signing he's been. Just another really good choice, and I've really enjoyed the fact I can play him at left back. I've played him at centre mid. I've played him at DM. I've even thrown him in at cam, and he's done a really good job for me. And at one point, I played him as a left centre back this season. So quite literally versatile, exactly as that is. If you define versatility, it would just say Brady. But there it is, guys. A convincing 3-0 win. And at this point, it was so obvious that we weren't going to struggle. I decided to actually sim via the calendar and just show you the results. Win, and then loss. Out of nowhere. But it really didn't matter. I think at this point, we were already about 20 points clear. So hopefully you guys aren't too disappointed that I've decided to sim a lot of these games. But it does seem really pointless at this point to play these when I'm just going to win them by simming, you know? Okay, maybe I'd drop some points here and there, but in general, the team is way too good. We've made it to the end of March there with a ton of wins once again. And there is a look at the table. As you can see, we are dominating it massively by 22 points. Massive. We had O'Neill finally converted to a central midfielder. Took his sweet time. I don't know why it took so long. And here you can see an update on Hunter. We're changing him to a attacking wide back so we can get his attacking work rate up to high. I like my wing backs to have high work rates, so that's what we're working on right now. And of course, his rating is going to come up at the same time. Back into the calendar here, April now. It's a win, draw, win, into another win, and then Wimbledon, I think that is coming up, and it's another win. Only one game left, guys, and as you can see here, obviously, it's over. 114 points. We have a chance to get to 117 with a win in the final game of the season where we will be lifting the League 2 trophy at the end, regardless of the result. It's already done. I told you we would win this league title, and we had to. But I did make a little kind of challenge/bet, didn't I? I said if I didn't get promoted this season, that I would have to sell my main man, and I don't want to be doing that, and thankfully we will not have to. Thomas will be staying with the club if we can agree a new contract with him, by the way. That's going to be an issue. His wage demands are going to be ridiculous, aren't they? So that's something to worry about next season. Let's focus on the last game, our final home game of the season. And look at this. I said just a few games ago that I hadn't been getting very lucky. This is a very lucky goal. It's actually an own goal from Guthrie, I think it is. But I feel hardly done by it. That shot was on target. So I'm giving that to McGowan. I don't care, all right? He deserves a goal. Really, really good midfielder, and he sets us off to a good start here. Barrett on the ball. Lays it off to McGowan. Look who it is again. It's just wide of the post. He does need to work on his shooting. I won't lie. There's too many times he's through on goal and misses, and he clearly needs someone to deflect the ball in to actually score. Another shot comes in, this time from Gordon. Good save from the keeper. We're dominating this game. It's my favourite word at the moment. Dominate. That is what we do. Gordon through on goal again. This time, surely, slams it home with his right boot. 2-0 up within 32 minutes. It's not looking good for Northampton, is it? It really isn't. Our last game of the season, and I was really pumped up. Our final game in League 2, finally. It's been a long journey, and finally we're going to be getting into League 1. Great save from the keeper. I'm not sure how Gordon didn't score there, but yeah, a little bit unfortunate. Brady finds a pass into O'Neill, up to Tito. I would argue if Thomas wasn't so good, Villalba would be my player of the season. He's genuinely outstanding. Way too good for this league. Way too good for League 1 as well, so I'm glad we signed him. He's won a penalty. It's going to be a yellow card for Odimayo. And now the corner, not the corner, I was shooting to the corner and we missed the penalty. Unlucky Ferguson. I decided to start him in this game because it's his final appearance for the club. Of course, he's going back to Brighton. We will need to invest in a striker for sure. So we might do that in this episode. You never know. Another shot comes in and somehow it's still only 2-0. Winning the ball back in their half thanks to a stray pass up here to Ferguson. He's going to get the pre-assist if we can score this. Yes, we do. And it's Barrett again. Just you wait to see his stats this season. I think with the calendar simming, he's scored a lot of goals. But there it is, guys. Our final game of the season ends with a simple 3-0 win. A goal from McGowan, not an own goal. All right, I'm not having that. But now we get the chance to lift the League Two trophy. This should have been done last season, let's be honest. But I was awful. Absolutely shocking. But we're a new club. It took us 2 seasons to get out of the league, but it's fine. We are headed to League One, guys. And this group of players have been fantastic. I'm so happy. I can't think of one player that I've been disappointed with since I signed them or got them from the youth academy. They're all just brilliant. So really excited to see how we get on in the next season. But now let's finish up this season and take a look at some stats. What an absolutely incredible season. Look, I knew I would get promoted, but I didn't think we would smash it that much. I knew that once my players hit kind of late 60s, early 70s in terms of their rating, that we would start to really dominate. I knew the second half of the season would be easier than the first. But yeah, we absolutely smashed it. We dominated it. Look, they can't even fit our goals scored. It says 10 and then a 3 underneath. Do you know what, though? The biggest surprise for me is that Exeter didn't carry on and get to second place. They actually finished in 5th. So they've only made it to the playoffs. That's crazy to me. They were the best team. I remember about 15, 20 games in, they were top of the table by at least 10 points. And they hadn't even drawn or lost a game. So I don't know what happened there. But anyway, let's go through the stats of everyone in the squad. See how we got on in general, see the player growth, and then I might just see if there's anyone that's going to become a free agent that I can jump on now. I don't want to miss out on any potential fantastic players, but starting in goal, Holloway, I think he started every game this season. He got a +6. Absolutely incredible. Welch, of course, has not grown at all. Brady, I mean, fair play to the guy. He hasn't gone down at all, and he was pretty important this season. He stays 71. Oakley went up by 3. Blackburn went up to 71 there by 2 ratings. That's pretty good. Williams, our captain, up by 2. It seems like we're starting to hit a bit of a ceiling with, some of these defenders. I don't think Williams is going to get that much better, but still fantastic for League One and probably the Championship. Rissa, one of the surprise packages of the season. I love this guy. Played him at centre-back, played him at left-back, played him at left mid a few times. Really, really good, and he needs a new contract, so we will do that. Small has gone up by 1, and he submitted a loan request at 30 years old. I thought that was quite funny. Let me go through these a little bit more quickly. So Woods went up by 1, Bolton went up by 4, Whitehead up by 1, O'Neill up by 2, and he's been converted to a centre mid. McGowan's up by 5 to 72. He's just 18. Prosser, 63 still. Taylor up to 61. And I think this is a position that I need to improve in. Peterson up to 54, but my 3 central midfielders here, kind of my backup central midfielders, are not good enough. So that is where we need to improve, I think. Villalba's gone up by 2. One of the players of the season for me. Barrett smashed it this season. He's now up to 70 as well. New signing in January for free. We signed him from the free agents. It's Kenji Gore, 69 rated. And actually, I was quite impressed with him. Lee stayed 63. Gordon went up to 73. Insua up to 64. It's a little bit of a shame. I thought he did pretty well this season, but hasn't grown as much as I would like. Atkinson up by 1. Wilkins out on loan has gone up by 6, which is really impressive. But the story has to be about Thomas, +12. I mean, converting him to a striker was obviously something I had to do. I had to do that at some point, but I'm very, very cautious right now that he wants a new contract and he's going to want big boy money. I'm actually kind of worried about this. We'll see how it goes. Ferguson up by 5. He's, of course, going back to Brighton now, so we will need a new striker, 100%. We will need 2 strikers if Thomas leaves. I really hope we can keep him. Best up by 1, and that is every single player's growth. Here we've got appearances. As I said, Holloway played every game. So did Rissa. Williams only missed 1. O'Neill played pretty much every game. I mean, I have my main players, In terms of goals scored, it's no surprise that Thomas is top scorer. Pretty much a goal a game. Very, very good. Over a goal or an assist every game. Barrett, though, what? I can't believe this. Obviously, I simmed a lot of the games at the end of the season. He must have been smashing them in because he's our second top scorer. He scored more than Ferguson, but obviously played 19 more. Ferguson did very well, though. I mean, it wasn't as good as last season, but Thomas was the main guy, and I was playing one striker most of the time. Gordon chipped in, 11 goals, 11 assists. I think he might be one of the surprise packages of the season. Really good fun to use. I really like him. Villalba, top assists at the club, as you can see here. Gordon just behind. Of course, though, MVP, the best player of the season. He's going to get player of the season in general, I think. He might win that. Top scorer in the league by an absolute mile. And, yeah, 77 rated. He's genuinely good enough for the Premier League, let alone League One. So we'll see how we get on. Let's have a look at market value because I'm guessing, yeah, oh my God, he's worth 23 million. If he goes, we're getting paid, guys. Absolutely ridiculous. We got so lucky. Of course, he was the player that was already at the club. You know, when you have a few players in your youth academy when you start, he was just sitting in there. Central midfielder. I thought I'm going to keep him there. Converted him to striker eventually, and he killed it. I mean, he got us promoted this season on his own, pretty much. Gordon's worth 5.5. What a signing for free. What a joke. Rissa as well, free. Barrett, free. McGowan, free. Villalba, free. We made so many unbelievable signings in Season 1 and Season 2. I'm so happy. Now, talking of signings, I did mention we will look to see if there's any players running down their contracts. These 4 players are all about to become a free agent. At least I believe so. Maybe not Shackleton. Oh, yeah, he is as well. So we've got Sam Field, injury-prone player. But I am looking for a left-footed central midfielder to come in at some point to replace Prosser or Taylor. I've also got Oakley Booth here from Stoke. Now, the reason I've added him is because he's kind of a bit of everything. He can play central midfield, attacking midfield, defensive midfield, 6 foot. Clearly, he's got good physical stats. I think he could be a really good option for us. And, you know, Shackleton, whilst I think he's obviously a very good player, but I think he might be a little bit too expensive. Yes, we signed him for free, but his wages, I mean, he's at Leeds. So Leeds will have very high wages. I don't think I'm going to go for Shackleton. So, do you know what? I'm going to remove him now. And also, I found Davis, who is at Aston Villa. Now, he has been on loan at Watford, I believe. Says he's unwilling to relocate. But unfortunately for you, mate, don't have much choice when you're not going to be at a club in a month or two. I could sign Davis. Now, the reason I'm looking at him is because he is a tank. He offers something completely different to Thomas, who is a bit more quick, agile. Obviously, he's tall as well. In fact, I think they're the same height. 6'3". But Davis just offers something completely different. So I'm quite tempted just to sign these 2 guys right now. I have no idea how much their wages are going to be, though. That's the biggest problem. I think I'll leave Sam Field. Maybe let him go to the free agents and we can always pick him up another time. But if I go into my finances, my weekly budget is pretty high on wages. So I think we can do it. I think we should absolutely get Oakley Booth. I think he's going to be a really good player for us. So I'm just going to do it now. It saves the pain of potentially missing out on him if he was to sign for a new club during the process of the beginning of the season. You know, he might just get picked up straight away. So Oakley Booth, he's obviously going to have to be a crucial first-team player. Wait, what? He only wants sporadic? Wait, hang on. Has he got a bad rating? Wait, what's happened to my weekly budget? It's just come flying down to 20,000. Oh. I think I've seen this before. It's because it's the end of the season. Okay, let's just see what happens. Sporadic's fine by me, but that makes me worried. Actually, he might not be very good. It's a free sign. He's got to be in the 60s, right? Just chuck a 5-year deal on the table. He wants 3. We'll go 4. I'm guessing he's mid-60s, something like that, which is still very good for League One. Don't need a release clause. Ooh, okay, his wages are pretty low. He has asked for a signing bonus, which you can't see right now. I'm just going to remove that. We're going to go with 4,500 with 45 signing bonus. What do you reckon, mate? He wants 5. I can give him 5. I think this is one of those players that might surprise us. Even if he's slightly lower rated than we thought, he will become brilliant. Okay, we've got him. Do you know what? I've got a feeling that if we get him into the right training drills, he could become one of our best players in midfield. Because he can do everything. He is a box-to-box, a defensive midfielder if you want him to be, an attacking midfielder. I think he can play on the wing, maybe. But it's an excellent deal. He's 68 rate. No, that's probably lying. He's probably 66 or something, isn't he? But he's worth 1.6 million. We signed him for free. He is 60. Oh, okay. Do you know what? Very decent stats. Very, very decent. Do I go for Davis as well? I mean, it's a free signing. Although I'm going to have money to spend. I feel like I can probably do better. I'm going to risk it and let him just drift into the free agents. I've got a feeling he might be a little bit clunky. Thomas being 6'3", but feels really quick, really agile. I've got a feeling that Davis will feel really slow. But he'd be great in the box, wouldn't he? As like a towering, brutal force of nature, just heading in everything. Okay, we've got a monthly scouting update here. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Ibrahim Sutton looks decent. 200,000 value. 190,000. I'm just going to continue to scout those guys. Youth development. Yeah, we haven't been able to do that. It was a stupid one. It was make a huge amount of money with youth academy sales. And I don't want to sell my players. Worth remembering, actually, we do have Jackson Hunter. I'm just waiting for him to turn... Oh, he is 16. Well, that's brilliant news. Promote. Welcome. I've been waiting since, I think, around November, I want to say, to get him into the team. He's effectively the new Brady. Wow, okay. He is in. Not as physical as I would like, but of course we can work on that. He's quick. Yeah, I'm really happy. He's going to be a really good player for us. And technically that means we could shift Williams over to centre back on the right side, Rissa into left centre back, and then have Brady or Hunter playing in that position. That's brilliant. Okay, right. I think we just finish off the season now. And hopefully at the beginning of the next season, we have a healthy budget. And we just got the scout report back for Davis. Oh, okay, 74 rated. Wow. Oh, and Sam Field is 72. Oh, gosh. What do I do? He's worth 4.8 million. His wage is going to be really high, isn't it? Look at his strength. 93 strength. Oh, my God. I think both of these guys might... I think Sam Field isn't so bad. His wage is, what is it? 21,000. Oh, 50. Yeah. Okay. All right. We got Oakley Booth for 5. So, yeah, there's no way. When they go into the free agents, maybe their requests will come down a little bit, the amount they will want. There's no way. 50 grand a week for Davis. No, we can do better for sure. But we're going towards the end of the season, guys. And as I said, hopefully we have a healthy budget going into the next season because I think we should be getting promoted straight into the championship. I would like to think with our team, as good as it is right now, is going to be one of the highest rated players. One of the highest rated teams, sorry. We're delighted with your performance as manager so far. You better be. We just won the title with over 100 points, with over 100 goals scored. We absolutely dominated. You better be happy. Although, when I went out of the FA Cup, I had an issue. My manager rating went flying down. And the fact that I didn't do the Youth Academy thing, selling Youth Academy players for profit, I don't think they liked that. But of course, when we won the league, our manager rating went flying back up. So that's what they really want. Although it wasn't a high priority... but surely, now that we're in the League One, the next division, they should be now saying, we want you to get to the Championship, because I've got a bunch of 70-rated players. I've got arguably the best striker from the Championship or lower. We've got a new signing, of course. It is Oakley Booth. Welcome to the club. Apparently, my guy doesn't have a badge on his jacket there. Right, we've got a pre-season tournament. I think for this one, we'll just take the one with the most money. And we get a chance to maybe play against Schalke. Hell yeah. I'd like to test myself against Schalke. Now, I will be getting some new kits. Obviously, I don't have them ready right now, but I will be getting those. And let's go ahead and check the bench for... Where is he? He hasn't joined yet. Hang on. Let me just sim one day, and then hopefully he'll be ready. Oh, I don't want to customize the club. No, I didn't want to do that. That breaks the kits. I knew that would happen. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It always breaks the kits when you click on that. Very, very frustrating. But now we should have... Where is he? Down at the bottom. Where is he? Where is Oakley Booth? Where are you? Why hasn't he joined yet? Oakley Booth. Okay. Well, I'll go through the objectives in a moment. I think I need to sim just one more day here. I think we didn't actually sim a day, did we? Let's see if he's joining now. I want to see how the team looks with Oakley Booth in there. There we go. He has joined. And obviously we are a striker down, which is really sad. But there is Oakley Booth. He's actually a really good player for us. So I think he goes onto the bench and then into the team. I don't know about that, but he's going to be a really good player. If we train him, if we get that shooting up as well, I can literally play him in any midfield position. And that is absolutely huge. Actually, I think I'll leave it there because I want the first episode of Season 3 to feature all of this stuff, including looking at the objectives and stuff like that. So thank you for watching, guys. A really quick season, a whole season in 5 episodes. We've smashed through it. Obviously, we did sim quite a lot, but you could see that the team was too good for League 2. So we're now in League 1. We push again. The championship is coming. Hopefully, we will be there this time in one season.